Look, first and foremost, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. You understand me? I'm very, very proud of you. I'm excited for all these new things that's aligning up for you. You understand me? So continue to be great. Continue to move forward. Make sure that you focus on your future, that you're not falling into certain traps of the past. You understand me? So continue to move forward with confidence. You understand me? Now, I do gotta give you that brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates and leave the rest behind, all right? Only take what applies and leave the rest behind. I don't want you trying to make certain things fit. I don't want you out here stressed about certain circumstances that's being discussed. You understand me? If you don't get your confirmation through me, you gonna get your confirmation through somebody else, all right? Another place, another person, so on and so forth. Now, this about the time you might want to hit that volume. And I'm going to try not to rub my eyes while I'm on here, because I'm telling you, like, it feels like as fall's falling through, that pollen's falling too. And I'm over here sniffling and sneezing, so y'all going to have to excuse that, all right? So look, right? There's a few downloads that came in. And again, it's going to jump around, so therefore, I only want you to take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Now, I want you to realize, right? You serve a higher purpose. You understand me? You have a bigger meaning. So there's certain things that you went through that, again, serve for training purposes for you. You understand me? I want you to realize that nothing that you went through or experienced was in vain. You was provided and placed here for a reason. You was out here to pour love into other people, give them hope when they was hurting. You understand me? You was out here creating paths for other people to be able to go through just based upon the fact that you was willing to do so. So we gonna talk. There's certain things that people put you through and did to you, and that shit is not going to work. And when I say that, it's because, again, there were certain people that was praying for you, praying that God had them cross paths with certain things that he provided you. And when I say that, I'm talking about insight. I'm talking about love. I'm talking about encouraging words. I'm talking about protection, respect, so on and so forth. You have certain qualities within you. There's certain, qualities that you have that you feel like work against you. Whole time it's those people that you're pouring that into. So therefore, if your energy is not reciprocated, you're going to have to relocate. If your energy is not reciprocated, you're going to have to relocate. You understand me? And somebody need to hear that, because that keeps coming up heavy in my energy. You can't stop being who you are based upon what other people put you through. You was a lover. You was pouring it to other people. You was trying to help them. You was trying to heal them, so on and so forth. You can't change that about you because that person wasn't willing to accept that from you. You understand me? Because you're going to have to realize that, again, those key qualities that you have, those pieces of puzzles that you have, is a bigger picture, a part of a bigger picture that somebody else has. So when I say that, it's because if you was to allow that last heartbreak to change you, where you talking about now you're not willing to love anybody, now you scared to love, now you have your guards up, that's not going to be, you're not going to be able to play the purpose that you need to play, because that same love is necessary for you to pour into other people, and we're going to have to talk about it. There's certain people that you cross paths with that was praying for you. They was praying to cross paths with a person like you. They had parents who didn't love them. Now they calling out for love, and God sent them you, and they took advantage of that. So they was asking for some shit that they wasn't ready for. There was certain people that was praying for certain positions, and God positioned you right in front of these people, not realizing that, again, you was going to have them walk into rooms that they didn't even know existed. They took advantage of that. When you try to build them up, what they try to do is betray you. So therefore, you're going to have to be cautious of that. You can't change that about you, though, because the person that you're supposed to be with is going to be able to receive that, reciprocate that, reproduce that, where it's a never-ending cycle. You understand me? So let's talk about it, right? There's certain people, why are they getting the amount of karma that they getting based upon the fact that they crossed you? See, a lot of individuals don't realize that there's hidden angels. We done heard certain expressions before growing up that be careful how you treat people because you never know who's really an angel on earth. Hence the name Earth Angel. A lot of these people were out here praying for certain prophets, not even realizing that the ancestry that flows through you is abundant. So therefore, just by them being connected to you, that money's going to move too. They try to stop they try to stop your finances when again, you are the soul and the source of it. So therefore, how can that's not going to work. They try to stop you from being loved. They try to create chaos, magic, and chaos around you. Try to change certain people's perceptions and views of you. How does that work? When you somebody, your ancestry is love. And you have to realize that without love, nothing is going to move. I don't give a damn what you try to do. I don't care what type of money you get. That money's not going to stick if you don't got love within you. Because if you don't got love within you, you're going to attract certain people that have those same characteristics too. So all they going to try to do is take from you. Ain't no love there. So why is karma hitting them so hard about playing with you? Because you was a hidden angel. You were somebody that God personally sent to protect, to help this person, to heal this person. God personally sent them their right-hand man or woman. God sent personally somebody who represented him. You understand me? Or her based upon what you believe. But again, it's the same thing. They deliberately went against somebody who was personally selected as a representative to God. God sent you because the qualities that you had within you was going to save the masses. So do you think that God's going to allow one person to stop the show? See, we're going to have to talk, right? I don't know much. I can't quote certain Bible scriptures, but I certainly know that we all familiar with that one story about Noah's Ark, right? Everybody thought Noah was crazy till that water came, right? God sent Noah to look like the crazy one in order to communicate the message that he needed to be relayed to save the masses. There were certain people that laughed at Noah, pointed fingers, called him crazy, tried to stop him, so on and so forth. But he continued to be focused because he knew and trusted that what God showed him was going to happen. So therefore, he wasn't even going to question that. He continued to build, right? So let's talk, right? The same applies to you. You play a certain position that you're going to change the world. You're going to change how the world views certain things. You're going to heal the world. You're going to share and spread love throughout the world. You out here spreading love, light, and abundance. You out here going through things to help other people grow through things. So all that shit that you went through wasn't in vain. However, we going to talk about it. There's certain people that seen you trying to save the masses. You trying to show people another point of view. And what they did was try to stop you. How you think that's going to play out? You think God's going to allow one person, a group of people, a little grip of people to stop some shit that he already has set in play that's going to save other people, to have everybody else vibrating highly? You think God's going to stop you? Nah. So don't let those people project that energy on you. Now let's talk about another situation, right? Just like you can have a teacher, a professor, right? While they teach it, the whole class could understand the concept. They understand the message. They see how to apply what they learning and do it, correct? Now, there's one person in that class that just don't get it. This person's not really applying themselves. This person's missing out on certain days when they have an opportunity to understand. They out here laughing, fucking around, not focused. Do you think the professor's going to stop the class and continue to stop the class because this one person isn't grasping the concept? Or is the professor going to say, okay, you're going to have to schedule a more one-on-one? You understand me? The same applies pertaining to God too. He not going to have you continue to focus on that one fuck up. That one person who's not grasping the concept. That one person who doesn't want to understand how to do it. That one person who feels like they know it all but doesn't know shit at all. God's not going to have you continue to waste your time, pause your progression on this one person. When you got a whole mass of people that you need to be relaying that message to, that you need to be providing that love with, that you need to be speaking that love, light, and abundance out to. God's not going to have you keep focusing on that one fuck up. The same applies pertaining to those people that you connected to too. God's not going to have you keep trying to pour into these people when they're not trying to pour into themselves. God's not going to have you keep trying to heal these people as they continue to hurt you because you have a higher purpose and more things to do. He's going to get their asses from around you. These individuals didn't realize that you were a hidden angel. And they try to take advantage of that. These individuals didn't realize that, again, everything that they ever wished for came with you, but these individuals tried to stop you. So therefore, what did they do but stop all those things that they were seeking out to get to? They asked for love, light, and abundance. God provided them you. They took advantage of it. Now they have Nathan and they never will. They did deals with the devil. They try to sacrifice you. They try to sacrifice the source. How that sound? How that sound? You can't sacrifice the source, sweetheart. It don't work like that. But they try to do so. So therefore, why do you think karma is hitting so hard about you? You not built the same. You are different. So we gonna have to talk, right? You also going to have to understand something, right? You can't be out here living no lie. Which brings me to this next subject. There's certain people that you connected to that went through certain things when they was growing up. They could have been sexually abused. Their first sexual encounter could have been a traumatizing time. There's certain people that they lost their innocence to people that was supposed to protect them, so on and so forth. There's certain people that's been battling within them. They've always felt like they was different. However, again, certain people around them put them down so they couldn't properly be themselves. Some of these people may have questioned their sexuality. Some of these people, their family could have shunned entertaining the same sex. Now, again, if that's who you authentically are, then be you. But don't let people persuade you to put a title on you if that's not what you truly into. You understand me? You got to get to know you to know what you like. So there's certain people that you connected to, or this could be about you, that you done had certain situations occur where you could, again, be either interested in something different outside of what your family is presenting for you to entertain. Whether or not that's a different race, that's a different sex, so on and so forth. You understand me? You're going to have to be authentically you. Now, certain things are going to start feeling uncomfortable where that shit's going to bubble up and you're going to have to speak out and be you. But we're going to have to talk about it. Because one, if you are somebody who's connected to these people who are about to come out, whether or not you, they mother, they brother, they sister, they cousin, they lover, so on and so forth, you can't take it personal when this person tells the truth about them. You can't sit there and say, why would they do this to me? I can't believe they would do this to me, so on and so forth. You can't sit there and make this shit about you when you are asking them to not be themselves now. You asking them to cover up who they truly are now. You asking them to be something that they not in order for them to be something that you want them to be. So that's no difference than other people having you compromise your peace in order to be provided with them. You gonna have to be authentically you. Now, again, you can't take it personal when these people that you was connected to come clean and say who they truly are. You cannot take that personal because, one, while you thinking of it negatively, you got to think that this person loved you and may have honored you so much that they try to become something that they wasn't in order to get close to you. So you can't just view it negatively. You can't view it as they was living a lie to me. They set this up. Nah, they tried to lie for you because that's what they was told to do. That's what they was taught to do. They never was able to be them. So if they can't cling to you, that means that they feel comfortable with you enough to finally be themselves. You understand me? So you can't be out here shunning certain people. I don't care if you got children with them, if you in a marriage with them, if they, again, your family, so on and so forth. You can't take it personal by somebody else living a truth. If they not doing anything intentionally to hurt you, they not putting in a, and half the, like, we going to talk about it and we going to get out of here off of this subject, right? But there's certain people that, again, they have been battling since they was children. They went through certain shit that made them feel how they feel. So you have to understand that if you truly love them, you're going to love them regardless. And if you only love them to a certain extent, you only love them if they loving you. If they only connected to you, that wasn't no love. That was some lust shit that you just wanted to have some power over some shit. That was ego leading you. You're going to have to be real. So some people, your partner, your family, your friends is going to start being themselves. You can't take that personally. You can't put that person down. With anything, that shit should inspire you to be authentically you too, because there's some shit that you've been withholding within you as well. So don't be out here shunning certain people. Don't look down upon certain people for speaking their truth. You embrace that. You encourage them to do that. And you respect them for keeping it true. You understand me? Be you. And if those people around you don't accept you, then they asses ain't supposed to be there. So therefore, get your ass from around them. In any way, shape, or form. But don't dumb yourself down. Don't try to change yourself. You understand me? To try to fit into some shit, though. Make sure that you getting to know you. Know if you feeling these feelings because this is authentically you or based upon some traumatic situation that happened to you. You understand me? Go back to the source. But be understandable with it, too. Just like if you had certain partners that's going to come clean to you, that they truly don't want to be with you, you can't take that as disrespect. You can't. Because you would rather them tell the truth to you than continue to live a lie with you. Now you wondering why they stay have an attitude with you, why they not trying to do the things that you trying to do. Would you want that disconnect where you going to continue to question you as well as that person too? Or do you want to allow them to be authentically them, pursue who's for them so you can be aligned with who's truly for you too? You understand me? Be authentically you. Now we're going to talk about it, right? You're going to have to be real cautious of the partners that you're praying for right now. Because certain people that's going to be pursuing you, you need to make sure that they properly prepared for that position too. Because anybody that is connected to you is a representative of you. So how are they representing? Everybody in your absence that you around is a representation of you. So when you're not there to speak on behalf of you, these people are going to be the people who do so. So who do you have around you? I hope not that lover. You out here having this person represent you when this person ain't even doing the things that they need to do for themselves too. So therefore, be cautious of these individuals that you connected to. You out here running with cheaters, scammers, liars. You out here dealing with certain people that got some fast-ass tendencies, but you talking about that you not the same as them, but they representations of you, because in your absence, people are going to look to them to see how they can get to you. You understand me? So make sure that you praying for your partner who's properly prepared, and make sure you paying attention to these people. Don't settle for no so-so shit just because they willing to offer it. Because there's certain things that are going to be red flags early on that you may try to look over because you're trying to be open-minded. Don't be open to some fuckery too. Don't be open to accepting that same cycle that your ass just removed. Because we're going to talk about it. If early on you a lover and this person that you talking to, they not somebody who communicates their feelings with you, that's something that you have to look at. And when I say that, it's because you're going to have to pay attention, right? If this person early on is not able to communicate clearly with you, then it's a possibility that they either going to continue to be like this, or there's a small chance that they're going to adjust later down the road. You can't keep willing to take certain risks with certain people, situations, so on and so forth, just based upon what they could potentially change to. You go based upon what they are showing you. You understand me? Because if they truly for you, they going to step up about you. They going to change certain things to adhere to you. You understand me? So again, if you out here dating somebody and they always got to go out, they always at the club, they always doing this, and you thinking that, oh, when we get together, they going to be a stay-at-home lover. No, that's not the case. You wanting them to show you some shit that they done already showed you is not them. You going to have to pay attention to that. If early on they showing you that, it's a no for me. If you somebody who likes to communicate with your lover frequently, you can't be talking to so-and-so who doesn't respond or doesn't hit you up or doesn't communicate in long periods of time. That's not something that you're going to be with later down the road when you actually connected to them closer. So don't settle for that shit now, because all you're going to do is build more feelings towards this person. So now that means what they do is going to mean more to you. So therefore, if they not showing you love, you're going to take that personal too. So pay attention. If they not carrying those traits early on when they cross paths with you, have them step aside so somebody else can step up and you be right to you. You honor, you don't settle. I don't care how they look, how fine they are. Shit. Ain't no amount of sexy worth that stress. You understand me? Oh, you got money. Ain't no amount of profit worth my peace. Oh, nah. You can't settle for nothing. You need to, again, go based upon what these people are showing you. You can't sit there and feel like you're going to mold them into the person that works for you. Because think about how you was with a past partner who tried to do the same to you. They try to change certain actions about you, how you dressed, how you talked, how you walked, so on and so forth, to appease them and other people around them. So therefore, you feeling like you could potentially mold somebody into who you want them to be. It's just like those people try to mold you into something that benefited them but broke your ass down. It's the same thing. It don't matter if the intentions was the same. You still try to mold somebody into what works for you when they showing you that this is what they working with. It's a no for me. You understand me? You can't be out here thinking that somebody's going to show you some shit differently than what they done showed you. Because again, when you trying to get to know somebody, you are setting that standard. So therefore, that's why you need to be authentically you. If you out here really a homebody, but you keep going out clubbing to try to keep up with this person, to persuade them to pursue you, you understand me? Then that means that that's something that you're going to have to keep up with too. So that person could really be a partier and you a homebody, but now guess what? You done came across that you with the same shit that they with. So now when you get tired, they gonna get tired of your ass too. How that work? You should have been authentically you. You should have told them, now I like to step out once in a blue moon. Shit, I'm trying to step out just to see you. You understand me? You should have communicated that. But you set that standard that your ass gonna have to stand by. Just like when you done all up. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy, huh? Ain't downplaying that. Make sure you taking care of you. That's a beautiful characteristic. But again, don't try to put on certain looks and shit to appease other people. If this ain't something that you truly like to do, if you're not feeling as beautiful when you don't have those things too, then you need to work on that before you try to pursue other people. Because again, that person needs to see you in all forms. They see you authentically you. They see you without any makeup. And then, of course, they're going to be attracted to you, too. That shit, you understand? It's like, nah. You can't put on no certain facade. You always got your hair done now. You scared to have your braids exposed. How that sound? You can't be uncomfortable to make them comfortable, to get close to them. Fuck that. Be authentically you. You out here, nah. Be you. Let them see you for who you are. And if they choose to pursue you, that's beautiful. If not, they stepping aside. They not wasting your time. They going to have somebody else be able to step up and slide through. Fuck out of here. You don't settle. I understand trying something new and trying to be somebody else to attract somebody else is two different things. You understand me? Again, you can like certain things and like to switch it up. That's different. But if you feel uncomfortable when you not all done up and dead, if you feel uncomfortable when you finally had to be authentically you, if you feel uncomfortable about this person seeing all sides of you, then this is not the person for you. Get your ass from around them. Be you. They gonna love you with the bundles and they gonna love you with the braids. They gonna love you with the makeup. They gonna love your ass with the natural face. It is what it is. Be authentically you. But don't sit there and try to live a lie to appease other people, to attract other people, because the only person who's going to be uncomfortable with it is you. You the person who's going to have to live that life. That person is, that's who they truly are. That's what they attracted to. That's what they like to say or do. That's them. Okay, cool. If it don't work for you, it's going to work for somebody else. That's cool. But just like for you too, you're going to have somebody who's going to love everything about you. Don't downplay. Don't change nothing about you. Who's for you is going to embrace everything about you. They're going to step up to the plate for you. They're not going to play about you. Just allow it to happen naturally. But again, when God's providing you two options, as he's going to do, make sure that you picking the choice that really makes sense to you, feels right intuitively to you. Don't sit there and go based upon what seems right or what may seem and make the most sense. Nah. Because just like you, people looked at you crazy when God told you certain messages to relate to them, certain things to do for them, so on and so forth. They called you crazy. Now they see everything that you spoke about is occurring now. Just like those people called Noah crazy till that water came. Certain shit's not going to seem, not everybody's going to understand it. And that's cool. So you're going to have to be authentically you. You can't change that shit. Never try to change you. Never try to put you aside to appease other people, because you the CEO of your life. So you pick and choose who represents you in your absence. Who you think's going to step up and not talk shit about you? Who is going to correct people about you? Who's going to sit there and mention your names for opportunities when you don't even know nothing about it? You're going to have to see who's representing you. And again, if you got to give them a disclaimer when describing these people, then these is people that don't need to be around you. If you have to say, oh, they cool, but they got some, they not around you, because that means you don't like them for being authentically them. So get your ass from around them. You're not going to be a real authentic friend if you can say certain shit about certain people. Oh, you rock with them to a certain extent. No, nah. You can't have nobody who's going to be on that so-so shit about you, because they are representative of you. When people are trying to get to know you, they see how people around you are carrying you, what boundaries you are setting for other people. People respect you like this. People talk to you like that, so on and so forth. That's what they going to do too. So who do you have representing you? I know not them. I know not the motherfucker who couldn't even hold a job. You thought that person was going to hold you up? They couldn't hold a job? Nah. I know you ain't think they was going to take care of you when them motherfuckers wasn't even taking care of their children too. How that work? They done showed you. Nah. It ain't no, you are not no, I mean, you understand, an exception. Somebody is going to do what they are going to do, no matter if it's you or not. You understand me? So make sure, again, you not taking it personal, but you getting that fuckery about your face. You got to be cautious of who you have representing you. You can't be somebody trying to build your business and you out here dealing with somebody who's telling them what, allowing other people to tell them what they can and cannot do. You don't need somebody who can't even lead themselves trying to lead you. No. Because everybody needs to have some sense of submission within them. But again, you can't submit to some shit if they can't even lead some shit. I'm not going to submit to some failure. I'm not going to submit to some so-so shit. So therefore, you have to show that you able to lead you before I even trust you to lead me. You understand me? They going to have to show you something. Okay, it ain't about money. Do you have morals? Do you have the mindset that when you need something, you can get it without getting over on other people? Do you believe in your path and your purpose? Do you know your worth? Tell me. Because again, we ain't got to worry about if you got money, because if we together, I know we going to get that shit. I know that if you using your mind, you going to attract that shit. I know that abundance was within you. So therefore, again, anything, listen. Don't be focused on the wrong things. You had to make sure that the first thing that you see about somebody is their heart. You have to see that they not giving up their morals for monetary gain. Because again, if they willing to go scam somebody else, willing to go do some so-so shit to somebody else, they'll do it to you too. If they scam the system for some bread, guess what? That means their morals come with a price tag. So therefore, that price tag can have their ass play you too. So be cautious of it. You don't want be cautious. You talking about it don't apply to you, but it's going to apply to you, because again, you get that karma too based upon who you connected with. So again, if this person's out there selling their body, notes, if you do what you do, I can't fuck with you personally. You understand? So again, you have certain boundaries, certain things. They can't be giving their morals up for monetary gain. They can't be out here selling their souls just to get a quick success. They can't be out here doing some devious shit to other people just to put themselves ahead. You can't rock with people like that, because they gonna do the same to you. Then you gonna be talking about, damn, I thought that I was different. Nah, you not. If they satanic, they evil, they a narcissist, they gonna be that with you too. You understand me? It's just a matter of time until they realize that you getting power within you. So now guess what they gonna do? They gonna go into their new next victim. Don't take it personal. You understand me? They gonna be who they are. You taking the oh, you think out of midair they gonna change who they are? You think soon as they leave with you tomorrow, they going to be a better person for that other being? No, because they doing it to get ahead. They doing it to get close to somebody else. If they truly wanted to change, they would have took that time and went within. You understand me? They would have did it for them, but they doing it to get to other people. Or there's certain people that's changing now just to get close to you. I don't want you to change for me. I want that to be authentically you. I want you to be changing because you trust in the process that God is providing and placing you in. Not because you just want to be close to me or you trying to get... You understand? You make sure that. You out here friends with people who's fucking around on their partners. You can't be dealing with that. You out here being cool with certain males and females that's out here dealing with married men or women. You can't rock with people like that. You can't. Because that means that they urge, they ego, they don't have control over that shit. So therefore, again, that means that they moral compass is not truly balanced within. So therefore, again, what they did to other people, they be willing to do it to you too if you gave them a reason to. Oh, nah. Everybody has the opportunity to choose two paths. Everybody's going to get a chance to get over, but it's in those opportunities and those time periods that you prove yourself. That's the test. When you got an opportunity to try to get over and you decide not to, that's when you win. That's the ultimate success. When you had an opportunity to blend in, but you decide to be authentically you and stand out, that is your test. You had an opportunity to stay silent in order to be secure, or you can speak out and God's going to provide success to you. You're going to have an opportunity. Prove yourself. You're going to have an opportunity to cheat. Are you going to do so? You're going to have an opportunity to lie. Are you going to do so? You're going to have the opportunity to do a lot of things. What are you going to do in those moments in time? That's when your truth is spoken. These are your tests for you. What are you about to do? You better choose you and what God tells you to at all times. I'm trying to tell you. Those people had an opportunity. Just like you, but they wanted to scam to get success, so therefore they shit don't stay there. That was a facade. See, they don't realize that when they did deals with the devil, right? They wrote out certain scripts, they signed certain things. There was some fine print within that they didn't realize. See, the devil told them that they could get success. The devil told them that they could get love. The devil said that people, they'd get that attention. But they didn't realize that when the devil told them that they was going to get that success, it was going to come through scams, which was then going to come through and create scandals, which then was going to get their asses locked up. So therefore, yeah, you got that success, but at what cost? You got that success, but it didn't stay there. You had a scam to get that shit. You can't be comfortable and enjoy that shit. You got to look over your shoulders and see who seed you get that shit. So therefore, it wasn't the same. The devil told them to have love. Oh, do this magic. Love magic. You going to have love. Whole time they didn't realize that was shit was love based upon the money that they had, that they scammed to get. That was love based upon what they was willing to do for other people. That love wasn't no true love. So therefore that love was loveless. They asses is lost now. Now that shit that they scammed to get is no longer being able to be seen, and they no longer can go ahead and pay other people for their attention. That love is no longer there. So the devil told them success, love, right? And attention. So they got attention by scamming. They got love in those likes based upon scamming, appearing that they are something that they are not. So therefore they was getting attention. They was building those platforms trying to take other people's energy. So now let's talk. Success gone. Love lost. That attention, oh, you getting that, but not for the reasons that you thought. You thought that you was going to be all famous and popular, well known, right? You scammed, you sacrificed, you did that shit, right? Now the attention that you getting is based upon the fact that people are going to see you all over that platform for those scams. And when I say that you were scamming the system and you got some followers behind you, okay, well, guess what? That's more people that's going to be exposed to the shit that you chose to do. God was having you build that platform to put your ass out there. You got the attention. You was out here trying to do certain things, sex magic too, to get attention. Oh, you getting that attention too, because that shit that you came up with, you came back with some things too. That was demons and diseases. So certain people are starting to notice some things too. So those people who was scamming for success, lying for fake love, doing certain shit, getting over on other people to get attention. Now people are starting to see that they was deceitful this whole time. They starting to see them for who they truly are. And again, a lot of these MFers got diseases, demons, certain people that's coming after them. They getting watched by feds while they was watching you. Whole time they should have been paying attention to the view around them and the people they was connected to. So now that whole system is done. All those things they scammed so hard to try to get some success, that shit got snatched. Now look at you. You actually did the work. You was building up your foundation. Now your shit is solid. Now again, those blueprints that you was writing, that people said that you would never be able to build, those days you was out in the rain, building through those storms, those days that you kept going and you was committed, even though again, you may not have ever known when that shit was going to come, when you finally was going to be finished. You never knew how long it was going to take to build this up. But you knew that eventually you'd be done, and you knew what was going to come with you being committed. So you continued on, and now guess what? You starting to see that pay off. Now you doing the last little building. Now you doing the last little change. And now all you doing is changing the scenery. Now all you had to do is focus on the landscape around you because that house is now built. And those people who were scamming, now they asses is left outside looking in. You understand me? How they did what you did, they would have been ahead. However, they scammed for success that got snatched from them. God let them see just enough how they could live had they did the right thing. God showed them all the things that you about to have. They didn't even realize it. They thought it was things that they was going to be able to grab. Oh, nah, it's not obtainable. See, just like at Chuck E. Cheese and certain carnivals, they got all these prizes on display. These people was confident. They thought that the things that they was doing, the money that they was collecting, they thought that they was going to be able to succeed. See, they came in with a wristband from seasons ago. That scamming shit, they thought that they was going to get away with certain things. Oh, nah, see. Now that they showing those coins, now that they showing certain trips and certain gifts, now it's starting to be revealed that they ain't had no money at all. That those coins, those tokens that they thought that they had, that shit was fake. So now they out here making big choices, picking out big things, got it all in their hand, but when it comes to pay out, they gonna have to put that shit back. They wasn't paid for that. God's not providing. God's like, I ain't tell you could pick that out. I ain't tell you had enough points to accumulate that. I ain't tell you did enough work to earn that. I ain't tell you that you changed your ways. Now you deserve that. See, these individuals try to play God. They try to use magic to manipulate energy. And we all know that God is energy, that anything living, energy flows through it. That's your frequency. So they try to fuck around and change the channel, karma. They try to change how other people around you viewed you, karma. Because you were sent to save the masses. So therefore, them trying to sabotage you, them trying to stop you, was them trying to sacrifice all these masses too that God led you to help heal. Now they asses is going to hurt. God's not about to let one person stop the show. That one person who didn't step up, they got to step aside, watch somebody else play that position that they prepared for. You don't stay stuck in that stagnant energy. Don't you be out here waiting for somebody to get you. Nah. Don't sit there and try to explain to this person why they should pursue you. If they don't feel that shit, they don't see that shit, they not meant for you. Step aside so somebody else can do what they supposed to be doing. Don't sell yourself short, because just like you think that person is so great, just like you see the great in other people too, you got some greatness within you too. Had somebody step up, had somebody speak up, had somebody protect you, had somebody be what they need to be for you. Don't let these people make you feel like you had to prove yourself to them. Your ass done proved enough. Now it's just season to sit back and watch people prove to you why they should be selected for that position. Ain't no chasing, we choosing. And those people who chose to choose other people over you chose karma and consequences that came with that too. They'll never be able to cross paths with another you. Ever. I want you to realize that half these individuals went and tried to mold their partner into you. They refused to step up for you. So what they did was settle for somebody who was going to settle for that so-so shit that they was showing. So what they tried to do, they seen those people was willing to accept some shit that you wasn't willing to. So what they tried to do was mold those people into becoming a mini version of you. They try to have them dress like you. They try to tell them certain business propositions that you was telling them about to try to do it before you. These people try to stop you getting readings on you, so on and so forth. But those, they will never be able to do it like you. We gonna talk. See, these individuals seeing you succeeding at what you do. They seen how other people viewed you. They seen how authentic love and protection was surrounding you, how God highly favored you. They seen all these things about you, and what they try to do was imitate that too. They thought by imitating that shit would soon enough come true. Whole time they ain't realized that they was gonna fuck around and blow a fuse trying to be you. They can't do it like you. Never. If they had the ability to carry what you carry, if they had the ability to contain the energy that you contain, then God would have gave it to them. You understand me? They can't carry that shit. They can't duplicate that shit. They could try to imitate that shit, and that's some annoying shit. So therefore, God's gonna stop that shit too. See, when it comes to your peace, your connection to God, Allah, whoever you refer to them as, because again, it's the same source with a different name based upon where you are from. I want you to realize something. You chosen. So what that means is all that shit that they sent to you can't stick to you because you have higher ranking than all of that shit. Just like God has higher ranking than a devil, you have higher ranking than all that demons that they try to send to you. Just like God, at one quick minute, he could put a stop to everything that they try to do. The same applies pertaining to you too. You got power within you because God personally placed a piece of him in you. So therefore, you better power your ass up. You better put some powerful shit behind that. I am powerful. I am confident. I am persistent. I am loved. I am light. You better speak that shit so you can seek that shit. You understand me? There's individuals that didn't realize that, again, you may not have looked so flashy, but that was based upon the fact that you was playing a position that you needed to play. God didn't have you in your Sunday's best when he had your ass out in the field. He had your ass at battle. You wasn't going to have no slick shit on. You understand me? You was going to look like the warrior that you truly are. So therefore, they didn't realize that you was truly blessed, that your ass that made it through. We're going to talk about it. There's certain people that you, since a childhood, you was going through certain things. Since a childhood, you went through certain obstacles, certain mishaps, certain situations, so on and so forth, struggles. See, you made it through. You survived those abusers, misusers, liars, cheaters. You survived certain situations that was supposed to take your life, that could have taken your life. Shit, they wanted you to take your life, but you continued on. See, you succeeded at a lot of things that your ass don't give yourself success and acknowledgement for. You no longer in those same cycles. For that, your ass done already won. So we gonna talk. You gonna have to realize that, again, you are a very powerful person. You went through certain things. Before you, it was a forest. Think of some land that was never roamed before. Forest taken all over. There was no path. There was no road. There was no direction. You understand me? Everything looked the same. Everything sounds scary. You heard sounds calling out. You in the middle of the jungle. But God's on your personal GPS, which is your discernment, your intuition. God's on that radio because, again, you connected with you authentically. You and God are on the same radio and frequency too. So it's just like you got a walkie-talkie. Everybody else seen this shit. They was scared. They decided that they wasn't going to discover this shit. But God said, listen, it's a drought back here. There's chaos back here. There's killings back here. There's all these things going on back here. But I'm trying to tell you, you walk through this dark, unknown territory. I got a fountain of youth over here for you. I got some endless amount of fresh water for you. I got all this fruits, all this love. You got a tribe that's back there too, that's going to show you exactly the things that you need to see too, that's going to align you. So God showed them and told them, but they were scared. They heard certain noises and they were scared to keep walking through. God told them, listen, if you listen to what I'm telling you, all those noises that you hear, all those predators that's trying to prey on you, they'll never be able to get to you because I'm going to keep your ass one step ahead of them. So you went with them. You trusted it. You was like, you know what? They not survive. They barely surviving back there. They struggling. They going through some shit. There's droughts by there. There's lies back there. There's death behind there. I need to provide something new for those people because there's some kids back there that's about to get killed based upon certain people that's with them. There's some elders over there that are starving just based upon, again, certain people around them's not providing. So therefore, God was like, are you going to be the one that brings all that fruits, all that water, all that health, wealth, all that abundance, all those sources? I need you to see it through. So therefore, God was personally connecting and talking to you. You walking through that forest. Again, God told you make a right. You made it right. He said, listen, I got somebody right ahead trying to stop you. Right now, you asleep. God woke you up in the middle of your sleep talking about, I need you to pray because those people was trying to pray on you. Certain people was sending black magic to you. You ain't realized you was waking up 4 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. That was because those people was trying to pray on you. So God woke your ass up to show them that they couldn't get to you. The same apply percentage to when you walking through that journey. God gave you discernment, said don't trust that person. They trying to steer you wrong. Certain people popping up like, yeah, I know where the abundance at. Don't listen to what God's telling you on that GPS. I'll show you a quicker way. You was like, oh, nah, I'm going to keep it cool and keep it moving. So now guess what happened? You done made that path, an unknown lane that nobody prior to you ever went through. Your mother didn't be her authentically self. Your father failed to do so. Your sister, your aunties, your grandmothers, so on and so forth. And when I say that lane, that path that nobody else went through, I'm talking about you done had family that struggled, barely survived. You done had people that turned on each other. You done had family that did fucked up shit. You done had molesters in your family, abusers. You done seen mistreated relationships. You done seen people not play the parental figure and position that they needed to play. You done seen all this shit, and you knew that you had to make a new way in order to save those innocent people that was still back there. So now you walk that path. You listen to what God was telling you. He told you to, when I tell you to move, you move. Just like that. So guess what? You moved through. Now you done made this whole path. And as you was going, the more that you got confident, the more your light started to glow. So now everybody behind you can clearly see the path that you produce. So therefore, they're going to start to follow you into that abundance thanks to you had to create this path. You had to go into this unknown territory. So all of those scratches you got, all those marks you have, all of that, them rips and those tears, that shit was necessary because you was out there playing that position. You was out here sacrificing yourself, in a sense, to save the masses. And that's generations after you. You had to create a new path because if not, your kids would have continued on to that same cycle that you was going through. Your kids would have starved. Your kids would have struggled. Your kids would have stayed with some fucked up beings that was trying to hurt them, use them, abuse them. Your kids wouldn't have continued on into their purpose. They had to see you do it. You could tell them all the time a story, but if they see that shit, they gonna stick with that. That's gonna give them confidence to do it. You can tell them to be respectful, but them seeing you use your manners, that's when they have the most. You could tell them money don't matter. But when you are showing them that you can have fun without having to spend funds, that's where it's at. What are you showing them? You had to go through this path that nobody ever's been to. This unknown territory that God told you, I promise you, if you continue to push through, I got you. And your ass, those other people, they allow fear to scare them. People to persuade them that shit was just crazy talk. That certain things was impossible, but you continued on because you was like, nah, God's real loud in my ear. God's telling me some shit. He done told me some shit that I done seen that nobody else then knew what was going to happen. God done gave you that go ahead. So your ass better go ahead because you saving so many people by you being authentically you. You speaking your truth. Yeah, people going to turn on you, but guess what? After those people turn on you, there's millions and billions of people that's going to turn to you. Don't worry about who left you when God's trying to show you so many people are going to come towards you. Don't worry about who hurt you when God sat there and told you I got all these people that's here to help you. Don't worry about what your ass lost when God's about to have you find so much more. It's okay. You had to leave that drought. You had to do it by yourself. But guess what? When people see that path that you created and where you at eating, they gonna see, damn, it's achievable. Damn, I should have listened to God. Damn, I have an opportunity to do right too. And anything I put my mind to, I can complete. No matter how scary it seems, if I listen to God, I'm gonna escape that shit that they sending. Man, listen. You better don't let these people project that shit on you. You are leading masses. That smiled and saved some souls. That, hey, how you doing? Are you okay? That done saved some lives. You done did some shit that you don't give yourself credit for because you feel like there's supposed to be so much more. Your ass is moving forward. You about to get it. But you doing what you have to do now. Why you think when people sit there and get all this money that they thought was going to matter, and they talking about, I don't have people I love to spend it with. I don't got nobody around me who truly love me. They be willing to give up that shit. Don't let something that you never have either prevent you from getting that shit, discourage you, make it feel like it's not possible of achieving that shit. Don't let those people tell you nothing. You listen to God, he gonna tell you everything. You understand me? Man, listen. You are on a different path. They not on the same frequency. They don't hear them same messages that God's telling you. They not hearing that shit when God's telling you so-and-so's about to turn on you. So-and-so's not for you. They don't hear that shit. And that's why they hating, because they don't hear that. Because they not on their frequency. They not being them. They not on that radio. They don't got that intuition, discernment gifts that God gave you. They don't have that same ability as you. That's why they so hateful towards you. That's why they try to persuade you to turn your shit off, because they don't have access to hear those things that you do. They know that at some point in time, God's going to get on that line and tell you about them too. So they want you to turn your discernment off. Don't your ass do it. They want you to give up on you. Don't you do it. They want you again to downplay your gifts and your abilities. And that's some shit that you starting to see. You don't go towards nobody who encourages you not to use your intuition or to not be you. Because those individuals are just trying to befriend you, to betray you. They don't want you tapped in, because, again, God's going to tell them and tell you about those people. And they want a little bit more time to get what they can get out of you. They want to persuade you to get rid of your gifts because they wasn't gifted it. No, you ain't doing it. They want you to give up your shit because they didn't get it. That we not doing it. Because guess what? They had the same ability to get the same things as you, but they were so focused on other people not having the ability to do it too. They were so focused on getting ahead and having certain power over people. They were so focused on scamming, doing some slick shit, lies, manipulation, magic, just to obtain certain material gain. No. That's why they don't get it. And that's why they get mad when they see that God continues to bless you and they try to tell you that you don't deserve it, not even realizing the things that you had to go through. And when they see the things that you did have to go through, they still try to tell you how they went through more things than you and why they deserve it over you. And that's why they'll never get selected by you. That's why they'll never get put in that position instead of you. You understand me? They play themselves out of position. You were undercover boss. They tried to tell the undercover boss how they was going to sabotage your success. Oh, nah. You ain't doing it. Try to persuade you to give up on you because they don't have the abilities as you, but had the same opportunities as you, but chose to give up God. When they gave up God, they gave up them gifts. When they chose to do, ooh, look, I'm sorry, I see a mosquito. When they chose to give up their morals for monetary gain, they gave up that shit that God was sending them to. See, when they chose to try to be you, knowing that they'll never be you, so therefore, guess what happened? We gonna talk. There's certain individuals that instead of being themselves, they try to become you. Instead of bettering themselves, they try to betray you. Instead of embracing themselves and building confidence within you, they try to kill yours off. You understand me? So these individuals don't realize that no matter what they do, they still going to have to go back to do the work. First, they try to stop you. Then they try to become you. Then they gonna come back and try to befriend you to try to get a part of the things that God has intended for you. Don't do it. They can learn from you, but they gonna learn from a distance too. Ain't no more connections. You understand me? They tried to do some shit. They tried to be you, but again, all they was doing was acting while you was truly doing the work. They was imitating it. You understand me? So therefore, while you was cleaning up that room, what they was doing was pretending to. They was pushing shit under the bed, throwing shit all in the closet. They wasn't taking their time to organize it, clean that shit out, really have it fresh and clean. So now when God comes through to check up on the work that they did, and he sees, oh, now you try to take the easy way out. They don't get to go out and enjoy those things that you get to do. Now they have to watch from afar at you embrace those experiences and opportunities that God allows you to. So therefore, guess what? They watching from afar how they clean their room. They would have been able to be out there abundant with you too, enjoying yourselves with other people. Now they watching you connect with other people, build friendships too. They should have been themselves. They was trying to be you. Now they even trying to quote certain shit like you, trying to walk like you. They'll never be you. And we gonna, listen, that's like everybody has their own purpose and their own lane. Now some people are provided different gifts than others. But at no way, shape, or form should you feel bad about the gifts that you possess, because you have a position to play. So those gifts that you was given, whether or not that's based upon an ability that you have, so on and so forth. Everybody has some type of gift within them that plays a certain role for somebody. So they going to have to realize that's like Mayweather. He's a beast in boxing, but that motherfucker, he's not built for speed reading. They was trying to be something that they not. You understand me? They was out here trying to, come on now, and no disrespect to Mayweather, but come on now. He's a talented boxer, but you're not going to select him to be a speed reader. You're not going to select him to read for the room. He not built for that. That don't downplay the fact that he a beast at boxing. That's great at what he do. But when it comes to another lane, that's not what he's. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So therefore, you know, everybody, they gonna have to see they not built for the position that you had. They don't have that power, that energy. They wasn't given those gadgets. They wasn't given those gifts for that position. So therefore, certain people are going to get exposed. You can't be nothing than authentically you. And when you feel like you got a scam to show out to try to get people to believe you and follow you, when you following some fuckery, when you following the devil, now you leading them to demise just like the devil's leading you. No, you can't do that. So false prophets, you getting exposed too. False professors, you out here trying to act like you teaching some people, but you out here behind the scenes doing some dark shit. What's leading you? What's that about? You seem, even the dumbest motherfucker seem like the most intelligent person in a room of less confident people. Anybody could put on that persona. So again, there's certain friend groups that was led to do some devious shit just based upon somebody providing them, somebody persuading them to do some dark and devious shit. Okay, cool. Well, all y'all about to learn that lesson too, because that person that was leading you wasn't even supposed to be, that person who was leading you wasn't even chose by God to do so. So therefore, who chose them to do so? If you wasn't chose by God, who chose you for that? You chose yourself, or the devil chose you to try to lead other people to do some dark shit. There's certain people that they try to imitate you. They try to say certain things that you do. Certain people that even try to, God provide you with messages, insight, so on and so forth, positions, opportunities, gifts. And they try to do what you do. But see, this is the difference. People are going to be able to pick up what was relayed by God and what somebody's imitating. Anybody could read some shit, memorize that shit, and recite some shit, Anybody can hear some shit and repeat some shit. But that real person, they not only gonna speak that shit, they gonna be able to explain that shit because God spoke through them to provide that shit. So therefore, again, you hear other people speaking other people's shit and they wondering why it's not hitting like that. They wondering why they talking all this shit and the most likes that they get is on some shit that's not theirs. You understand me? They feeling a certain type of way, but they in too deep, so they keep trying to steal your shit because that's the most likes that they get. Whole time God's about to steal and snatch all that shit. You understand me? What they thought. You had a business idea. They try to do it before you. They not going to be successful. Because again, that gift is within you. That's something that's in your purpose to do. So therefore, if they fake in that position and they truly not passionate about that, that means that they try to intervene with somebody else's purpose. Somebody whose purpose that position is truly for, that's praying for it. They sat there and stole it from them in a sense. They try to take it from them in a sense. So therefore, what do you think God's going to do? Snatch that shit back from them too, and they're going to have to sit that shit out for the rest of these seasons. You understand me? It's a no-go. You're going to have to realize this. Certain individuals, again, they try to do what you do, but they not built for it. They didn't do the work. Anybody can fake a position. Anybody can Google some shit. Anybody can put on a certain facade. They not built for that shit. And guess what? That's like them applying for a position that they know that they didn't know shit about. At some way, shape, or form, they going to have to prove themselves. Somebody going to ask them to do what they keep speaking about that they do. And guess what? When they get put on a spot, God's going to see you didn't properly prepare for this position. You try to steal somebody else's spot. So therefore, guess what he's going to do? Put them on the spot to get that shoulder tap. Everything's getting snatched. They not going to be winning off of you. So job-wise too, if you have to give up your piece in order to get that profit, and that's not aligning your purpose, get your ass out of that position. Because you half-assing that job when that job is truly something that somebody else is passionate about. So now you half-assing it when that person would really be playing that position proudly, confidently, and positively. So therefore, you stealing somebody else's shit too. So you know different than these people that was stealing certain things from you. Because you done stole that position that you truly don't like just because it comes with profit. Just like that person was dealing with you just because you could do something for them when they truly didn't love you. Same thing. It don't matter if the intentions is the same. It's the same thing. You live in a lie. A lie is a lie. It don't matter. That person, no, you can't point no fingers if you're doing the same thing to you. Oh, they mistreated you? Well, shit, you been mistreating you a few seasons too. Because your ass was settling for some shit when you know you deserve to earn better than that shit. So therefore, you do the same shit that those people was doing to you. Get your ass from out that cycle. It's going to require somebody to step out the loop in order to take everybody that's behind them into a new direction. So therefore, if you in that cycle wheel, that karmic wheel, your family was like this, your friends is like this, so on and so forth, you're going to have to step out of that wheel. You're going to have to step out of that loop. You understand me? Because, again, you stepping out of the loop, it changes the direction. So instead of everybody after you going through that same negativity too, you change the lane, you change gears. So now everybody gets to go through that abundant cycle with you. Pay attention to these people's patterns. You understand me? But listen, I love y'all so, so much. I got to get up off here because I do got some readings to do. Please, please remember, I'll never message you for a reading. I only have one TikTok. It's connected to the link in my bio. I only have one Instagram. It's connected to the link in my bio. I only have one YouTube. It's connected to the link in my bio. You can only book your personal prophetic readings through the link in my bio, all right? Remember, I will never reach out to you. You can only book it through my site. But again, I only want you to reach out to me when you're ready to receive that message. Because just like today, this time I'm going to talk to you. You understand me? I provide you with a recorded reading of your personal message. So I'll bring up the past, I'll bring up the present, the future too. I'll tell you about certain people around you that's doing certain things to you. Tell you certain things that you need as far as confirmations too, but I only want you to come to me when you're ready to receive. But if you don't come to me, you're going to get your confirmation through somebody else. You understand me? So do what speaks to you, but please be careful of who you're allowing to have access to your energy. Please be cautious. Don't let everybody have a reading on you, because that's who you are giving permission to see certain things about you, even have connection or some type of, you understand? So please be cautious of that. Again, if you don't come to me, come through somebody else that you trust, that God's leading you to, but don't let these people manipulate you. Also, when you get in a reading by somebody, you shouldn't tell them anything about you. You're going to know who's from God, because God is going to give them insight about you and your future that nobody else, as well as your past, that nobody else is going to know unless it was God. Conversations that you just had with God. So don't sit there and tell people, oh, I want to know about this, I want to know about this. No. If they are who they say they are, they going to provide that for you. You understand me? Now, afterwards, you can ask a question and see, but no. So even when you come to me, don't tell me nothing about you. I'm going to tell you what God tells me to tell you. You understand? But please, again, don't be scammed. I'm going to upload this live to my YouTube, so definitely turn your notifications on. But just know I love you. I appreciate y'all for liking my stuff, sharing, showing so much love and light to each other. You understand? Not just me, but y'all show light, love, and support to each other. Because this whole time you thought that you was going through certain storms solo and by yourself, but then you look in the comment section and you like, damn, somebody went through those same things too. So that whole time you thought that you was by yourself. At that same time, somebody was experiencing the same shit as you. You getting in line with your true soul tribe. You meeting them. I love you so, so much, all right? Continue to be great. Please remember, I appreciate everything you do. All the likes, shares, donations y'all be giving, gifts as well. I appreciate y'all. When you book a reading too, I appreciate you for even trusting me with your message. I love y'all so much, all right? You can do anything you put your mind to. Have that confidence. I love you, all right? You so, so great. You so, so necessary. You play a big, powerful position, and you somebody else's pieces of their puzzle. They just waiting to connect. I love you. Be great.